utterances or unlawful news. Ito, sir, yung spread unlawful or fake news, technically. But this is perpetrated as a violation of Article 154 of the Revised Penal Code in relation to Section 6 of the Anti-Cybercrime Act. The process of investigation, sir, is that there is a need for a complainant to to file a formal complaint for investigation before us, so that we could docket that for investigation. And then we will be applying for what we call a warrant to disclose computer data. This warrant is akin to an ordinary warrant. Well, we go to court, we ask the court to issue a warrant, and then the court now will issue a warrant authorizing the PNP-ACG or the NBI, as the case may be, to order a service provider to give information regarding...
Yeah, but Mr. Chair, sorry to cut the story short po. So, ibig sabihin, essentially, meron po kayong kapangyarihan to file charges?
Yes, sir, but that is initiated through a complainant, officially docketed for investigation.
Okay, so if there's no actual complainant, the PNP cannot do anything about that?
Unfortunately, sir, we could request for a possible takedown, but it will now depend on the platform or the social media company, for example, Facebook.
No, I'm talking about you filing for charges for further investigation.
Yes,
for example, diba, I have cited to you a specific provision in the law,
yes, sir.
And you have concurred that there was indeed, and sinabi mo, you have categorized, there are two classes where you can actually file for a cyber libel. Specific law on the matter of spreading false information that causes civil unrest, public disturbance, etc. Diba? And so that's why I'm asking PNP. In this case, you're very much, not only the PNP, but any law enforcement agencies are very much involved in this, for example, in the possible filing of the crime, because you would be the, ang respondent yung pero kayo yung interested party dito kasi we're talking of the collective safety of the country
Yes, Mr. Chair. However, sir, with regard to the procedure of the National Prosecution Service, they will be looking for a complainant who will be under oath, will be subscribing a complaint. So
Okay.
that's our limitation, sir. Mr.
Okay, thank
Chair.
you. Now, what about, Mr. Chair, what about po yung those Filipino citizens who have been propagating fake news but are operating or being settled in the other countries? Do you also have that jurisdiction over them?
Pursuant to, again, sir, RA 10175, when a crime is committed, even if it is beyond the physical territorial jurisdiction of the country, as long as any of the elements of the crime or the devices used can still be located here, for example, the damage, we can investigate. Unfortunately, sir, Mr. Chair, we still need a proper complainant to file a complaint so that we could docket it for official investigation, sir, Mr. Chair.
So, ibig sabihin, kasi what you're saying, Mr. Chair, what you're telling me, what you're sharing to this committee is Article 2 of the Revised Penal Code, no? Concept of territoriality, diba? That there are certain, halimbawa, yung sinabi mo kanina, that there is also some exemption under the general rules. Kasi sabi nila, the criminal laws of the Philippines are only applicable within Philippine territory except when allowed by treaty, committed on Philippine ship or airplane, crimes against Philippine currency, obligation, and securities, importance of the products mentioned. Number 3, those committed by public officials and employees in excess of their function, those committed against national security and law of nation and law in order. Tama po ba?
We may use that, sir. However, sir, as of right now, we are only using Republic Act 10175.
What's that? Is that the
Anti-Cybercrime Act of 2000?
So that gives you also the power to investigate those who are living outside of the country na halimbawa, vlogger siya, masyado siyang politically enticed masyado, tapos kung ano-ano lang pinagsasabi sa vlog niya, ng mga fake news na unverified facts, tapos nagkukos siya ng in fact, minumura pa nga niya yung ibang politician, naggrabe yung excessive profanity, na may mga vloggers talaga na gano'n, it's too much for my liking, not just because I'm a Muslim, I'm a conservative, but as a human being, I cannot stand the profanity being expressed in their vlogs. Pero mga Pilipino sila, but they're living abroad. can they still be subjected to the ones that you're saying? Can they still be subjected for investigation or filing of possible charges?
Yes, Mr. Chair. The PNP-ACG can
So
still
how do you
investigate them.
manage to do that? What other partners do you do in terms of further investigation since they are not living within the Philippine territory? Do you also do partnership with the platforms, social media platforms that they've been using?
Sir, mainly, sir, we have strict coordination with other government agencies, just like the DOJ, OOC, sir, and the CICC. We have governmental mechanisms. However, sir, again, one of the challenges is that we need...
Please tell me the challenges para alam po namin
Yes,
paano yung pupunuan namin dito.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We will be needing subscribed documents. We will be needing affidavits. And of course, an affidavit should be subscribed before an authorized person in the country, or if accepted in, let's say, Philippine embassy. That's another in an embassy, in a Philippine embassy located outside the country. If, of course, again, sir, in coordination with the DOJ. So,
kaya nga, what other agencies do you coordinate? Do you do this PNP alone or is it NBI? Who's the proper agency tama yung tanong ko po kanina. Sino pong mag-iimbestiga doon? PNP or do you do joint efforts?
Mr. Chair, under the law, it's the NBI or the PNP Anti-Cybercrime Group who can conduct investigations, Mr. Chair.
So which one is actually the lead agency? Saan ako pupunta? Halimbawa, sa mga ordinary na tao? Either way, either of the agencies?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Now, are you aware also, Mr. Chair, aware po ba kayo din that in other countries, when they do also investigation in terms of this, information digitally transmitted online, meron silang tinatawag na let me check ha. Meron parang fingerprinting din eh. Meron din silang digital fingerprinting eh. Kasi I want to know the technology that we have right now in trying to find out kung paano natin mag-conduct ng investigation. Ano yung mga plataforma tinitingnan natin? Do you also request for the local internet service providers, social media platforms, apart from that, yung mga online transactions? How do you do investigation when it comes to cyber libel or the spread of fake news? Ano po yung mga ginagamit ninyong tools para po to further the investigation? Because we want to know exactly how can we cop up our technology and our effort, our law enforcement agency to really use the digital world in order to respond well to the cases or cases of fake news, proliferation of fake news. So, ano pang ginagamit natin dito sa NBI? NBI, let me ask NBI this time.
Mr. Chair.
Are you not competent to answer these questions?
Usually it's our cybercrime, Mr. Chair.
Where is he?
He's in the field, Mr. Chair. May operation po sila.
PNP. Kasi sabi mo, ORE. Or PNP.
Mr. Chair, the primary tools given to us by the law, of course, is Republic Act 10175. It is considered as an investigative tool, and also it's
No, I'm asking about the ways and methods by which you conduct your investigation.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
In relation to that, there is this thing we call the rules on cybercrime warrants, wherein we are authorized by procedure to conduct investigations. These are our investigative tools. Pertaining to the specific devices or equipment, Mr. Chair, we apologize that we cannot divulge the specific types of equipment.
But can you at least
We have
guarantee this committee that you are at par with the other gadgets being used by our neighbors, or for example in the ASEAN. Halimbawa, just to counter the spread of hindi lang actually fake news dito, Mr. Chair, kasi dito sa national security concern din natin, 'di ba? They've been also using online in the digital world. In fact, there's a thing called the third generation warfare. And we experienced that during the 2017 in Marawi, where they actually recruited foreign fighters to come here, and then they transmit that the transmission of funds for their operation. Gumagamit na rin sila ng technology. That's why I'm asking you, not only fake news, but how can we, for example, correlate this with the issue of WPS? Now, it's really disheartening to hear one citizen here in this room saying that